Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Expert Examiner IELTS. My name is Glyn, and in this video, we have another practice speaking test, this time with Dylan. So let's check it out. Good afternoon. My name is Glyn. Would you please tell me your full name?
Well, my full name is Dylan Daniels Valencia Vera.
And what should I call you?
And just Dylan. I don't have a nickname or something like that.
Okay, thank you, Dylan. Now, in this first part of the test, I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm from Chile. It's a country located in South America. And yes, I'm telling you this because maybe some people they don't know my country.
And do you like living in Chile?
Yes, I really love to live in Chile. It's I would say it's not because I'm from Chile, but I think it's a beautiful country. Yeah.
And what do young people do in their free time in your hometown?
Mm, well, my hometown, I would say there are just a few like bars. So sometime at night we go to drink beer and just hanging out with friends. But also there are beaches, so young people, they go to the beach. We practice surf, and also there are a lot of restaurants. So we we go to we have we go to have dinner there sometimes and practicing sports also in general.
And is your hometown popular with tourists?
Yes, especially in summer, there are many tourists because we have like the sea, the ocean, and we have dunes also, and many restaurants. Yeah.
Now I'd like to talk to you about losing things. Do you often lose things?
Actually, no, I think I'm a really organized person. And for instance, I always put the keys on the same place. So I never lose my keys. And also, I think when you have you are organized in general, like if you have your room organized, like tidy and clean, it's like your you feel more, oh, I forgot this word. And you feel like more in peace. I mean, it's like you can think better, you can work better, and so on.
And what kind of things do people often lose?
And I could think about my mother, and sometimes she lose her keys. So she asked me to lend her my keys. And what else? The cell phone sometimes also, because people they use the cell phone, they bring their cell phones to any place, so sometimes they lose that object. And what else? Sometimes some papers, and like, yes, that's all.
Let's talk about being bored now. What kind of things do you find boring?
And boring. Well, at least before, I I always got bored when I had to study, especially at the school, because you had to study subjects that you don't like. But nowadays, I would say, mm, okay, sometimes at work, I have to prepare some material for my students, and sometimes it's kind of repetitive and boring because you have to do the same task over and over again. Yeah.
And what do you usually do nowadays if you're bored?
And when I bored, and usually I watch a movie or series or try to learn something new, for instance, or watching YouTube videos. And what else? And practicing sports. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now, in this part of the test, I'm going to give you a topic, and I would like you to speak about this topic for 1 to 2 minutes. But before that, you will have 1 minute to prepare for your talk, and you may take notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes.
Mhm. I will now share the topic on my screen.
Okay.
Can you see the topic?
Yes. Describe a job you don't want to do in the
I'd
future.
like you to describe a job you don't want to do in the future. Your
Okay.
1 minute of preparation time starts now.
Okay. Explain why you don't want to do this job.
Okay, so that's the end of your preparation time. To remind you, you will have between 1 and 2 minutes to give your talk, and I will let you know when the time is up. Can you start speaking now, please?
Okay. I would say the job I don't want to do or performs in the future is to be a cashier, like in a supermarket. But first of all, I would like to say that every job is valuable because you are working, so that's good. But I would say like if I am a cashier in a supermarket, the person who has to deal with the clients and count money and to pass like the products when people buy the products. It's kind of boring, first of all, and also it's really repetitive because you have to do the same over and over again. And okay, what people in this job do? Okay, basically they are sitting like almost for many hours dealing with customers and what else? They have to check like they all the products are in order and give like and make sure that people are paying, of course, and what skills a person needs for this job. I would say a good cashier has to provide an excellent customer service, I would say, and be efficient and quick to deal with the clients. And what else? Explain why you don't want to do this job. Basically, I wouldn't like to do this job. First of all, because I think you can't grow if you do that job because it's always the same.
Hey,
It's
thank you.
not okay.
All right, so you've been talking about a job that you don't want to do in the future. Now let's talk about work in general. What
Okay.
kind of jobs are popular in your country at the moment?
Popular. Well, the basic ones like cashier or actually we have a lot of works, but nowadays I would say Uber drivers. There are many men and even women that they work as like driving a car and in the use application called Uber. Very famous nowadays. What else? Construction, always, I think. All the countries they have that work,
And why do you
that
think
job.
Uber has become so popular?
I would say because maybe the cost of transportation, especially like the taxis, is really expensive here in Chile. And it's like for many years they were taking advantage of that they had no competitors. So that's why Uber is very popular. And also you got a higher amount of money if you work as a driver in Uber. It's not bad. And
Mhm.
what else? Maybe nursing. I mean, if you are a nurse also, if any any work, any job related to health, it's good and popular. And
Do
what
you think it's better to have a well-paid job or a job that brings a lot of satisfaction?
I would say you have to find a balance because of course you need to get money because you need to live and maintain your family, but also you need to enjoy your job. So I would say you need to find like the sweet spot and the balance between money and happiness. Yes.
Now, you mentioned Uber as being one of these jobs that's popular now. One of the reasons for that, of course, is the advance of technology. How do you think technology might change the kind of jobs that people do in the future?
Well, I think that technology has already changed a lot, like the job market in general. But in the future, I would say like because of technology or there are it's going to disappear certain jobs. So we need to learn about tech skills, we could say. For
Which
instance,
jobs do you think will
nowadays,
disappear?
like the jobs that they don't require, like for instance, cashiers, it's one of them because you don't need like the knowledge. It's just manual, It's like or worked, I don't know, maybe like in a big, can I say this? Um, like and the people who made clothes in general, because nowadays it's better to buy like a machine and they create a lot of clothes in general, and that kind of jobs in general. Secretaries also.
Mhm. Let's move on now and talk about ambition. In general, do you think it's good to be ambitious?
Mm, that's yes, but not so much. It's like you need to have a degree. I mean, you need to be a little ambitious, but not so much. Because sometimes some greedy people they don't care about others and they just, I don't know, they just mm, they act but they don't think about others in general. If they can get something and affect in negatively to others, they are going to do that. So as long as you get or you achieve your goals without affecting others, it's okay to be ambitious. Yeah.
And what are some common ambitions that children have in your country?
Children, well, I would say first of all that maybe children they are not so ambitious, but in terms of they always want to have the best toys or I don't know, they want to eat more candies or sweets.
Do
Yes,
they ever
but
have dreams of growing up to become like an astronaut or something like this?
okay. In that sense, yes, they have career ambitions, we could say. They want to be doctor, lawyer, astronaut. But nowadays, I would say they want to be like content creator, or they say they want to be, oh, I forgot this word, and influencers. But in my opinion, that's not good because okay, an influencer it's a valid job, but it's not so relevant if we compare them with a doctor or engineer and so on.
I think we
Yes.
have enough content creators in the world nowadays, but that is the end of the test. Thank you very much.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that practice speaking test with Dylan. Of course, in the next few days, I will upload another video with my comments on Dylan's performance, also giving him band scores. To let you know, Dylan does have his own YouTube channel where he documents his own learning of English. I think his last video was about 2 months ago, but he has promised to come back to YouTube. So if you're interested in Dylan, if you liked the way that he speaks and you want to know how he got to this level, then feel free to check out his YouTube channel. I will put a link to that below. But for now, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much and see you again. Bye bye.